and welcome back. Saturday morning now, and it's a beautiful April day, I'll tell you that though. But the race shop is a mess. The cars everywhere, motors everywhere, engines everywhere. Right there, Mike's, my spare. Show you the empty hole. Sad sight. Empty hole. Other unit's gone. Dropped off the other engine Friday? Yeah, yesterday. That's when Vic picked up Mike's. So all my stuff's just kind of scattered, as the plan is right now. Get the spare engine in. Daniel's car's still good. That thing's all right, but it was just where it was in the trailer. It had to come out. So that's that. We got tires halfway through for some of them. For Rachel's car. And Rachel's car here as well. Getting some updates, a little bit of maintenance on it. Mike's changing, I don't know if you can see it right down here, power solenoid for this. So right now, what all the cars have, or what they've all came with, is a cable style, and then it flips a switch for the main power to be on and off. So that's how we've done it for, I don't know, every race car I've ever been in has been that way. And then Mike found these new switches, and a lot of cars, I'm not really sure what type of cars, but I see a lot of them, I guess, are switching over. And this is the new thing, right? So you should use a big electric relay and run that. So then you just push your button, then boom, it electronically shuts the power off through the relay, and then does that, right? So same idea, just we were having cables binding up and this and that, so it was working fine, but this is just a better, I guess, way of doing it. So it's worked on the girls' cars. I know Rachel's cable, if you did a burnout and then it shook the tires in the burnout, it would shut the car off. And I think it's done that like during a run before as well. So this is eliminating that problem there. But yeah, just a lot going on. It's a busy spot, bit of a mess right now, unfortunately. All different parts you can see there, but that'll all be cleaned up hopefully by the end of the weekend. Kind of, you know, it's getting close. I think there's 3 weeks before, you know, May long weekend, which is when we, you know, I'd like to get back out again once more if there is time for it and there is a race, but we'll see. I don't know what Naperville's doing, but yeah, then we'll get to the long weekend and decide what's going to happen with us and where we're going to head and how many race cars we're bringing, because it's all a mess right now, but that's how it goes. It's been a busy year. I guess I was going to say a couple months, but no, the whole year has been crazy. So here, I'll turn the lights on. You can't really see it. Mike's car in there, so that's going to come out this afternoon, and then Vicky and Ashley's is up there. Vic's engine we don't have back yet, so we're not really sure what's gonna happen. That's kind of the up in the air part. Waiting on parts, waiting on this, waiting on that. You know how it is, right? And you know, that's racing. That's life. We'll be all good. But yeah, like I said, I started talking about how busy it is with racing. Obviously, we did not plan to have these 2 race cars back in here. Mine was supposed to be done. Then, you know, life would have been a little easier, so we wouldn't have as much going on right at the moment. But, you know, here we are. That's all good. We'll deal with what we can. And then work's busy throughout the week, so then, you know, you go full throttle on that, you know, Monday to Friday, and then, you know, for however many hours we do, that we're over there and you're running to get stuff done, and you come. But, you know, what do you do on weekends or when you want to relax after work? Come back to work, and race cars will give you lots of that. So we'll see how the day goes. Should be good. Should get at least 1 engine dropped in, hopefully 2, depending on how it goes. We got to get Nick's car out of the way. It's coming along. Lots happening though. You know, it's all going to come together real quick. Once we get some battery power in the trailer, we roll Mike's car out, get the body off, get the engine set up in place, and Nick's going to start assembling the front end of that. I got Ashley's car out, start kind of going through everything that we need to get the valves set. Here I go through, and we do this on all the cars, set the valve clearances, tighten all the rocker stands down, everything else, and then, you know, make sure we're good to go. I grabbed everything, made sure everything was tight, Got the spark plugs in. Give her a little roll over and... All right, so here we are. Still Saturday afternoon. Didn't take a whole lot, took some videos earlier, and things started fighting. It was quite a day. It's a hard Saturday, I'll tell you. Everything I kind of did fought me. Everything, like Mike was working on stuff, fought him. Nick was working on some stuff. It was hard to, get everything going today for all three of us here. Just a hard day, right? A lot going on, and then when all the pieces and things like that want to fight you, then it doesn't make it very fun. Normally I'm very excited working on race cars. Today it wasn't, but it's in. It's ready to go. Let's fire it up, make some noise before I go home and get something to eat. So let's get the camera set up and we'll make it go vroom vroom,
Hey, good morning everybody. Sunday morning. Just rolled into the shop. Boys are already here, beat me to it. See, they got some of the iron rolled out. Brandon must have got his motor all done last night, so we'll see how that sounds today. Looks like we're moving stuff around because they got both dragsters across over at the main shop. And see Nikki's ride sitting outside, so we'll see what's going on in the shop. Yeah, looks like the boys are making some room. Got Nick's car coming here. We got the mock-up engine in. Firewall's mostly in. Chassis pretty well done, all but a few bars, but just getting the floors and stuff in, so we're getting there. Drag week's coming. Yeah, looks like they're starting to get mine out and trying to get a motor in today. It's still sitting here on the floor, so got a big day ahead of us for sure.
Back here Sunday in the race shop, got some stuff moved out. Obviously my car's running last night. My car's out, Daniel's car's out, Nick's car's even sitting, I don't know if you can really see, you can see the back end there, hanging out. So we're gonna get Mike's dragster out, get ready to put his engine in, and go to lift the trailer. We got no battery power. Battery's junk. So that's just how it's rolling, So Nick's stuck in there in that nice comfortable position. Got 2 fresh batteries going in for that, and yeah, we will eventually win. We're losing a lot now, but we will win. We will get there. Once we get some battery power in the trailer, we roll Mike's car out, get the body off, get the engine set up in place, and Nick's gonna start assembling the front end of that. I got Ashley's car out, start kind of going through everything that we need to get the valves set. Here I go through, and we do this on all the cars, set the valve clearances, tighten all the rocker stands down, everything else, and then make sure we're good to go. I grabbed everything, made sure everything was tight, got the spark plugs in, give her a little roll over, and ready to fire it up. After the initial startup, then make sure there's no leaks, go through, run through the gears while it's up on the stand, make sure everything works. We didn't do anything external to this, like we didn't take the transmission out or nothing, so everything should work. So just making sure, then we like to get it hot, warm up, kind of burn all the gunk and stuff off the headers and get some good heat into the oil and the water. I had done an oil change just before this, so everything looks all good. Next, it's time for Nick and I to drop the blower on top of Mike's car. So get a little carry. Everybody starts getting excited when the blower starts getting put together. So do that, and then we throw some. Nick had to fire some nuts on there, and once that's all done, then it's time to fire the transmission in. So we drop that in and get it all pieced together.
And Rachel's, we were working on it yesterday, installing the new motion racework electronic shut-off. So we did the other 2 cars last winter, but seeing Rachel was out having Alex, we didn't get hers done, so we're going to update it. Waiting on a transmission, got a new FTI case to put in it so we can be certified for some of the NHRI races. So I'm just getting it back together. So mounted the other switch yesterday, and then it basically runs through electronic relay. Gets rid of the old rotary switches in the cable, so a little safer deal. Gives them something to shut off pretty quick, a little less effort to turn it off and on. So we're actually updating all 3 cars to compressors this year and air shifters. We've had quite a bit of fun with the electric shifters last year. We were down in Ohio, and both on Ashley's car and Vicky's car, the electric solenoid kind of bit us in the butt there, so we're trying to eliminate those problems as we go. So a little bit more work on the Mullis today, and hopefully have them ready to go.
Well, that is the end of the weekend. Race shop, looking like a race shop. Bunch of race cars in there. Bunch of them that run now. 3 out of 6 that are in, well, 7. I include that one now. 3 out of 7 of the race cars that are on the floor. 8 if you include Vic's car. Run, Mike's pretty close. We're almost there. He's got to do some more stuff with the distributor, get the ignition all timed in and whatnot. So we'll do that through the week. Kind of crunching out to get everything rocking. So we had a better Sunday than we did Saturday. More successful, but yeah. Would have taken some more videos. Phone was gonna die. Taking videos takes up a lot of battery power, so. Yeah, that's it for Sunday. We'll be back probably tomorrow night, more than likely. Do some tires, get all that stuff going. Have the full team here, you know. So yeah, we'll keep rolling. Excited to go racing. Say bye, Nick. Peace out. Now that we're back to work, we got Rachel's transmission coming together in the new case, just taking all the parts and pieces out of the old one, firing it into the new one. While we were checking it over, found the mid plate was cracked, so we had Nick clean that all up, weld it up. So it's back together, or going back together, I guess, at this point. Air shifter's finished, looking just like that. Awesome little piece. And the shut-off button is done as well. Back here, Randy's got most of the inside all done. Once it's finished up, then over to the transmission dyno, where, like you've seen before, we run all the transmissions that are freshly done or freshly built through here now. So check it out, make sure all the pressures are good. At this point, we realized there was a scheduling error made. We have a car show in Pembroke for a Napa store charity event. We believed was in 2 weeks, but turns out it is this Thursday. So it then becomes a mad dash to finish up everything, get it all set up and ready to go.
Race car nights, eh, honey?
So it is all hands on deck, as you can see, ripping through. Nick's got some different stuff going on in the trailer, making sure Ashley's car is good. The newly proclaimed tire queen, Rachel, hardcore on all the tires, getting those done for her car and for Ashley's. Mike helping get the tubes around. I was balancing them, and then we called that a night for Monday. So rolling into Tuesday night now, our good friend Dave actually stopped by, heard we were having, a bit of a time crunch there, so he rolled in Monday, was there actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, helped out with a whole bunch of stuff, so got us a lot further on Rachel's car. He actually went through, cleaned all the brakes up, pushed all the pistons back in, actually took the brake calipers apart, rebuilt them all, put them back together, installed Rachel's transmission on Tuesday, got it ready to go. We had found actually out that Vicky's car, the engine would not be ready for the start of race season. We're waiting on some more parts for it. So found out about a spare engine from Arnie, Malcolm, and Derek that they had just sitting around. So Dave actually drove from our place, drove to Renfrew, picked that up, brought it back here. That you'll see what we do with it later on for Vicky's car. So all that stuff that Dave did really helped out. Huge Monday and Tuesday to get us to this point. So as you can see now, we did get Rachel's car running and set up, go through the different fluids, make sure it's good, get it warm. It was, everything was fine, worked just as it should. So lots of changes. We got to hung out with Alex. We watched Mommy's car get ready to go. She's never got a chance to see Rachel race yet. I realized that she's only, I guess almost 8 months old at this point, and doesn't really even know that I race, but still neat, right? It's gonna be cool for her to grow up and watch Mom drive her race car and hopefully be successful in that. So with all the time that Dave spent helping to get Rachel's car ready, this helped, allowed for some more time to make sure Mike's car was good to go. So here Nick and Mike are just doing the same thing, right? Getting it ready, running through the transmission, checking the fluids on it. Same, kind of same thing with all the cars, right? It gets a little repetitive when you have 6 race cars going. But Rachel and I were there, but based on the big zoomies that he's got on top of there, or on the side of the engine there, it gets pretty loud inside, and you can see with the earplugs they both have on that we haven't worn for any other race car, but this one you definitely need it. So Rachel and I were just outside the shop with Alex. We were hanging out, a little loud even with her earmuffs on. We all needed them as well, but yeah, go through, everything worked out pretty good on this. We had, transmission was out, engine was out, so everything was all, had to come back together and make sure it was good. A little more timing stuff that has to go together on that, but it all worked out. Now it's time to start tearing, pulling the body panels down off the storage on top of the trailer, and we'll start assembling some more race cars. It's cool how they all come together. It's really fun. I like watching this part of the videos when you look back on it and how they all piece in together. The one-piece bodies obviously go a lot quicker. Doing Rachel's, those old body panels, they've seen some bouncing around, so they get a little finicky when you're trying to put them all on, but we got it done. I love the way this car looks. It's got a different look to it, so I'm excited to drive it, I'll tell you that. So once those are all done, then roll Vicky's car out. Now, we were going to leave it just out to the side, as I said, but now that we have an engine for it, we'll get ready. So we drop that in, and then wait for Dave to come back on Wednesday and put that all together. All right, Wednesday night, Dave's got it all back together. We drop it off the race ramps, the big foam blocks there, put it up, run through the gears, check it all out. That's all good to go, thankfully. Give a quick shop cleanup before Nick and I pack Rachel's parachute once again. We're waiting for a new parachute bag. Hasn't shown up yet, so fire that back together. Load all the cars in the trailer. It's a bit of a process, but not too bad. A lot easier when they all run and we don't have to push them in. So that's definitely much nicer. Get it all loaded up and ready to hit the road tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for Pembroke.
It's 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, and we finally made it to Pembroke. It was about a 2-hour drive, and we are here helping the local Napa Pembroke store raise money for the school board in their town. It was a great day. We met so many nice people, and at the end of the day, we fired up my dad's car because there were so many people who wanted to hear it run.
Why it's so big is because, like, when you're going down the drag strip, you don't want your belt to fall off, because then your supercharger isn't going to work, and you'll lose a significant amount of horsepower. So that's why they have a big belt and a big supercharger. Like, I've never seen a supercharger this big before. Like,
One of the highlights of our day was meeting Tristan, the young boy that you just saw in the last video, and his younger brother who was there with their mom. He was incredibly knowledgeable, and we were absolutely blown away by the knowledge that he has about race cars, all of which he said he has learned on YouTube, which is totally incredible. And at the end of the day, when we were ready to load up the race cars, him and his brother graciously wanted to help us, and we had them join our team to help get everything loaded nice and quickly so that we could hit the road and get home. We made it home at around 9:30 that night, and as you can probably imagine, we were absolutely beat from the exhausting week and the day that we had, but as always, it was always worth it, and we are so grateful that we were able to get all of the cars done. And now to go get some sleep. Thanks for watching.